happy day. It's Hattie. And look, he's made some wonderful new friends. Ooh, and they got him a present. How thoughtful. Hey, wait a second. I don't think that was a present. Those guys aren't wonderful new friends, are they? Just stay hidden and keep quiet. They haven't seen you yet. Oh no, they see you. Clench your butt. This isn't gonna be good. That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that intro?
That actually, I'm going to be completely honest, that convinced me by the game. Right there.
Welcome to Watch Us Play. I'm Eric Norris, alongside Joe Davidson.
Yes.
We are playing Battleblock Theater.
Yes.
It is the new game from the Behemoth.
Correct. Those are the guys that did Castle Crashers and Alien Hominid.
Right.
On the GameCube, and then Newgrounds, oddly enough.
Right. So, as you can tell by that ridiculous intro, and there's a lot of build-up that's just as funny before that. The opening cutscene is pretty damn hilarious.
Eric and I are sitting on the couch, cuddling and chuckling the whole time.
The whole time. This game actually, basically, let's talk the premise of it.
Sure.
So, what it is basically kind of like this platforming collect-a-thon thing that you see here. We're collecting these gems.
Right.
The premise or plot, as thin as it is you crash land on this island, and it's run by these like tyrant cat overlords.
Militant cats.
Yeah, militant cats, and they basically force you to act out plays for them.
Right.
So like as you saw, like the curtains opened, and this is the stage. Every level is a new stage, and basically you're forced to do this against your will for the cats.
Their
just want to be
amusement.
entertained.
Their island-bound amusement.
So the whole game, when you play it cooperatively, like locally, like Joe and I were doing for the recording of this, or like over Xbox Live, this game's an Xbox Live exclusive.
For now.
By the by.
Yeah, well, Castle Crashers also started out that way, but it eventually found its way to the PlayStation, and even, I think it's on Steam, too.
Yeah. Yep. So, right for now, 360 exclusive through Xbox Live Arcade. But playing cooperatively, you'll see us kind of use teamwork. If you play it solo, these levels, I've noticed, have kind of shift a little bit to accommodate you collecting all these gems.
Boom.
You dick. Collecting all the gems, without a partner's help. But here you'll see, we're standing on each other's heads to collect the stuff. You can throw each other. What's some of the other stuff we were doing?
Being general dicks, throwing frisbees at one another, but I don't really think that was cooperative at all. But
yeah, you can totally, as they say, grief?
Yeah.
Using air quotes there. That's the term to dick over. Is basically the polite way of saying that.
It's in the very brief time we spent with it, and you're looking at maybe 8 minutes of solid gaming here.
Right.
Eric and I had a good time. Definitely a fun game, and the multiplayer action is both local and online over Xbox Live. So
there's options, if you don't have friends to come over.
Right. If you're a lonely son of a bitch and you're just sitting on your couch going, man.
Right. And the thing is, with this game, it has been in development for what seems like forever.
Yeah, it has been.
Castle Crashers, like you mentioned earlier, the Behemoth has been around with like Alien Hominid. But I think they really took off with Castle Crashers.
I think so, too.
Right?
Yeah.
That was like their big claim to fame.
Alien Hominid was great, but that game was not very forgiving.
Right.
Like, it was murder hard.
Where Castle Crashers had, kind of mass market appeal. It had that same sense of humor, so it really kind of caught on with people.
Diarrhea jokes. You remember the diarrhea deer monster in the forest?
Yes, that you mount and to run away from a cat, raccoon, bear, deer,
the
antler
goddamn
thing.
silliest thing.
Right, and this has a bit of that, but what I was going to kind of get at is, so they kind of came onto the map and like were kind of a well-known development studio following Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
They announced their next game, which is Battleblock.
Right.
I think when they first kind of showed it off or said, hey, here's what we're working on, they might not have even had a final name.
They called it game number 3, I think.
Yes.
And we actually I don't know if you remember this. We played it at the first PAX East.
I do, yeah.
4 years ago.
I feel like every PAX we've gone to, whether it's been PAX East or PAX Prime, the Behemoth has been there with arcade cabinets with this game.
Yeah.
Since that was 2009,
something like that. Yeah.
So it's been a long time in development, and it's now out. It finally.
What the fuck are they gonna have next year? That's the real question.
Yeah, maybe they're working behind the scenes.
We actually talked to one of the guys from the Behemoth about Castle Crashers, about Battleblock Theater. We were at PAX East this past year, and he basically explained that the reason for the delays, and like their community was super supportive, but the reason for the delays was because they just kept wanting to add shit.
Right.
So there's a level editor in this game.
Yep.
There's. You see how, like, we both have silly characters. Like, Eric's got a funny hat, and I'm the guy who just looks really pissed off.
You were like Grumpy Cat.
But, like, Grumpy Cat who, like, just shit himself. There's, like, hundreds of those guys.
Right, yeah. I mean, we show it at the very end of this video, but, you know, I'll spoil it with my mouth right now. But basically what happens is, so you collect all these gems. I think there's 7 per level. I think that's the standard. I might be making that up.
Right.
Whatever. You then take those gems and cash them in to buy new head tops. So there's a bunch of different, like, both our characters have circle heads, but there's like triangle heads, square heads, and then all the different variations and varieties you can unlock there.
Got you fuckers right there.
Yes, well, there you go. Right back at you.
And I just stand on this cat's head throwing frisbees for like 30 seconds.
And then basically, you know, with all the variables of different head types, color types, and all of that stuff, there's near limitless, like, unlocks.
Yeah, and you can even, I mean, there's so many that you can even trade with your friends.
Right, yep, it has a built-in, you know, trade system, so you can kind of group up.
We take a while to figure out what the fuck we're doing here,
yeah.
Plus, also, this little boat
enjoy that move. Get that.
No!
I just love the humor of, like, the Behemoths, like, their art style. Castle Crashers kind of had the same look. Their knights were a little bit more detailed than kind of like these little guys. Oh man, so depressed.
Just in my shitty little paper boat.
But like, I mean, that's just a big draw. That was the draw for Castle Crashers. I mean, we've seen that side-scrolling type of beat-up game countless times before.
I mean, it's a decades-old gameplay mode. I mean, shit. Double Dragon, River City Rampage, like
the Turtles games after the first one. It's that Castle Crashers was that same formula, but it looked so distinct and so hilarious that like it couldn't be ignored, really.
So good. Castle Crashers is a goddamn gem too. So we're sitting here and you're seeing us unlock players right now. I think we get a little awesome little Viking hat, dude, in one of these.
Yeah, something like that. And it's all random.
Sure. Castle Crashers. An absolute gem. The Behemoth is awesome at making these really unique and well-charactered games, and I think that Battleblock Theater, from the very brief time we had with it, shares the same trait.
Right, so if you're interested, pick it up on Xbox Live Arcade. It's
$15, right?
Yeah. I can't see it being any more than that. And then we'll catch you guys on the next episode next week. Later.
This looks hilarious. Frisbee.